So I'm here with Andy McKenzie down at the training lab. He's just gone through a session with me, practicing the log and also the farmer's walk ahead of his strongman competition at the end of July.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell them a bit about the competition, Mac?
Yeah. Just before we actually start, you can't see this, but CJ is actually crouched down, just to make me look actually quite tall. The competition on the 29th is bigger, faster, stronger. CJ, you can stand up.
Yeah, I'm going to be out of frame. I forgot my tripod, right? So this is me.
Yeah, just CJ's half head is fine. Bigger, faster, stronger is the 29th of July. And it's just it's an event that actually allows people to get a taste of a strongman sort of type event. We've got teams that can be involved. We've got weight categories for the males, so we've got under 75s, under 90s, and over 90s. For the females at the minute, we've actually got 10 girls in, which is, I think is absolutely sort of like fantastic.
And how many guy teams at the moment?
We've got one, which is I think your good self.
Awesome.
And we've got a team from Alan Reid from Kratos CrossFit down in South Wales, so that's fantastic. But going back to the females and this whole premise of strong as a new skinny,
yeah.
I think that's absolutely superb. And I think what we're thinking of actually doing that is maybe splitting them into a weight category as well.
Yeah.
But I think if we get another maybe 2 entrants, then we'll probably look at doing that.
Awesome. So how did you come up with the event, Mac, and what do you want people to get from it?
I think the biggest thing is just to, there's a couple of facets. You can test your own programming, which I think is important. The other one is just see where you're actually at. Who cares about anybody else? If you've done a strength program, go there and try and pull a PB, because at the end of the day, it's going to affect your training and give you something to move on with. And the other one is for actual teams to enter and just get that team feeling and camaraderie as well. So that's what I'm going to try and get out of it.
Awesome. And are there any plans for future competitions as well, Mac?
There is. There's going to be a competition sort of like next year as the sort of the training lab evolves, and that's going to be the ultimate athlete. I'm going to keep it under wraps at the moment because I'm sort of like planning that to be sort of like quite special. But I think
Can I just stop you there? He has told me some of it, and it's awesome. But
yeah,
I
think the basic premise of the competition is I want the competition to be as fair as possible across the board, which I think is quite important.
Awesome. And Mac, so this is really an outstanding facility that you've got. I might give you a bit of a tour with the camera a little later, but tell me the premise, the philosophy behind this space that you've got, the training lab down in East Grinstead.
The space here is I've got a space here. This is the training lab. The training lab, in terms of as an entity, has always been, wherever I've been, it's always been my training lab. It started off with just me sort of standing there training, and then I bought a couple of dumbbells, and then I moved into a garage, and that was always my little lab because it's where I was tested and sort of trained with other people, and it sort of progressed on to here today. The ethos and what it's all about, it's actually getting rid of all the bullshit in the industry and filling a gym with equipment that's actually of use, and not, so I don't bow down to the demands of fashion or fitness trends. I bow down to the demands of what works for the human body, and I think that's completely different.
So for people who are not familiar with that, what kind of kit, I'm going to give you a tour, what kind of kit have you got in this space, just so people know?
Alright then, it's a whole sort of, so if you look at sort of a cardio equipment, I've got a walk bike and a ski erg and a rower, which are just, they're brutal, they're sort of, I think they were made by the devil himself. And then I've got a treadmill, which I think is important. A lot of people poo-poo them, but they're important for sort of like rehab and actually progressing people through return to run programs and stuff like that. So that's why that's there. And the rest of it's sort of like dumbbells and benches, just so you can promote more free movement rather than stuck in a machine. I've got power racks, sort of from York. I've got a whole sort of selection of bars. I've got cross cores, gym rings, circus dumbbells, a lot of stuff with plyometrics. So basically everything that actually helps you promote better movement, which is the aim of training.
Awesome. Mac, any last words that you want to say to people about the competition you haven't yet signed up but are thinking of doing so?
Do you know what? The longer you leave it, you're going to come up with more and more excuses, and the amount I've heard has been absolutely phenomenal. All you badasses out there who put in your Facebook status update that you are entering beast mode, I don't think you are. If you want to enter beast mode, then enter the competition. But no, I think what we were talking talking about is don't pick up a dumbbell in a gym and think that's heavy, because it's completely different from farmer's walk. Put yourself on the line, come down on 29th of July. If you're not going to compete, we're after judges, we're after people to spectate. There's loads of stuff for kids and things like that as well. So I think it's just going to be a great day out.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your time, man.